Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of the 2010 movie Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. So we start off with them all on the mainland, and they're going to be staying there for the season of summer. Now, this is Tinkerbell's first time staying over for the summer. And for the life of me, I can't tell where in the timeline, what timeline this is. Is this her first summer in general? I don't think it is. I doubt it is. I think what it actually means is this is the first time this just means that this is the first time she's spending time over the summer. And I think this might be the first time that Tinkers in general are doing it, because in the first movie, Tinkers weren't going on the mainland. So, there's that. She gets to the camp and gets sidetracked by a car. Vidya gets sprayed by some water or whatever, and she can't fly, so she walks with Tinkerbell, and they find this little fairy house. It's created by this girl Lizzie, who's on summer vacation and with her father, who is Lizzie believes in fairies, and her father doesn't, obviously. Okay, but fair enough. But, and he's trying to get his daughter to not believe in fairies. She's 9, dude. Just let her believe in... she's old enough to start, being told, yeah, fairies aren't real, but, this dude's being a dick about it. Anyway. So, Tinkerbell goes into the obviously not suspicious house in the middle of the damn woods or whatever. And Vidya slams the door, which jams it. So when Lizzie comes back, she manages to capture Tinkerbell. And to Vidya's credit, she does try to rescue Tink. And immediately she does sound the alarms, immediately flying to her rescue, attempting to fly through the damn rain to get to camp quicker. Meanwhile, Lizzie throws Tinkerbell in a cage to kind of save her from her cat, and she proceeds to tell Tinkerbell while she's in the cage, I promise I'm actually really nice. I swear to God, if I'm locked in a cage by someone and they tell me, honestly, I'm actually really nice, they ain't believing shit. Tinkerbell predictably tries to escape. She eventually bonds with Lizzie, though, and her father, who is a scientific man, gives Lizzie a journal to, write research or whatever in. And she does, about fairies. She is officially the first human to ever write down history of fairies and whatever. Meanwhile, her father has found a butterfly that kind of got fucked up by the paint job, and is going to be bringing it to the museum or whatever. Meanwhile, that's another thing that's got Vidya worried, all the dead butterflies. And in her words, he likes to pin things up with wings. So, despite it raining, they all go on a rescue mission. And this is another thing. Why the hell can Silvermist not fly in the water? Fly in the rain? She's a water fairy. Isn't that something she should be able to do? I also love that Clink and Bobble get their own little time to shine by creating the damn boat. There's shenanigans. Eventually, though, they have to make the last of the trek on foot until Vidya finds the buttons that led to the house trap. She does eventually confess that she's kind of responsible for Tinkerbell getting captured. But they're all like, man, this is Tinkerbell. If it wasn't for you, she'd have found a different way to get in trouble. Meanwhile, Tinkerbell gives Lizzie some pixie dust for her to fly, creating a racket which raises her father up. And they get into a row about fairies, and also they get into another row because he believes Lizzie set that fucked up butterfly away, but it was actually Tinkerbell, who also fixed all the leaks in an attempt to get her dad to spend more time with Lizzie. Kind of didn't work. Whatever. Meanwhile, they all get there, and Cat comes out of nowhere, starts trying to eat them all. Luckily, Rosetta and Fawn use catnip and get them docile. Vidya proceeds to take one for the team and gets captured by the dad, who, fascinated by Tinkerbell, was going to take her instead to the museum or whatever. Instead, it's taking Vidya. All the fairies band together to pour pixie dust on Lizzie so she can fly to the museum, whatever, in London, where they proceed to convince her father not to do it, and basically reawaken his childlike wonder, where he proceeds to force Big Ben's arm to hit midnight. The movie ends with her father praising her father and her and all the fairies having a tea party. You know, her father finally bonding with her, and also reading her own research on her journal, knowing full well that hers is the more true, and all that he believed is fake, because, you know, all the fairies in this world are responsible for everything that happens scientifically. And I also love that I think this might finally be the movie that Vidya joins the group proper and becomes friends. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. The ending was like. I also love how it ended with the cat just straight petting a mouse. I think it's the same mouse from like the first few movies, Cheese or whatever. I don't know, just like straight petting it while it looks terrified. Overall, this movie was nice. It was fun. I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.